Yo, what up, man? It's your boy Khaotic, and you know I'm always relevant. So shout out to Always Relevant TV. Boola.
Hey y'all, it's your girl China. It's Always Relevant TV, and I'm back with another interview. This time I got my homie Khaotic.
Boola. You already know what time it is. This is my interview. This is not her interview no more. So I'm gonna ask you some questions.
See, look, he's starting already. Okay, so I want to just get into it because I know you're from Love and Hip Hop. I know Prince's treatment.
No. I do not like when people say I'm from Love and Hip Hop. I'm from Miami, Florida.
I said I know you from Love and Hip Hop.
But
so that was the introduction for me. No disrespect.
But you don't need to know me from Love and Hip Hop.
Well, I'm getting to know you now.
You know me from Miami, Florida.
I know you from Miami.
Overtown. Foes up.
Foes up, not the Crips, right?
No, foes up.
Foes up.
Hoes down.
Hoes down.
Yeah.
Okay. He had to get me together, y'all. Okay. No disrespect.
No, I'm just joking.
Okay. So Overtown. I don't know about Overtown. I know a little about Opalaka, Miami Gardens.
Yeah.
So tell me about your upbringing in Overtown.
Oh man, shit, man. You know, my upbringing in Overtown is just like any other black African American male upbringing in their community, because I believe that every hood is the same. You know, the same thing going on. Gang banging, drug infested, violence. You know what I'm saying? Just being a product of my environment. That's what I grew up as. I grew up as a product of my environment. You know, I was hustling. You know what I'm saying? I was, you know, I can't say certain stuff.
Don't tell them, the feds might be watching.
That's what I'm saying. But I was just like a product of my environment, really. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like any other guy that come from the hood, that come from the streets. You know what I'm saying? I feel like all our story the same. You know what I'm saying? All our pain the same. All our hunger the same. Our focus the same. Is to make it up out or die in it. We either trying to make it out of it or die inside of it. Right. For real.
Okay. And I know you have a very, I know you say like everyone kind of has like the same upgrading, like especially if you're coming from the inner city, but I just want to know, like, how did you make it from the inner city to like where you're at today? Because I know you were shot 15 times.
17.
17?
The first time I was shot 15 times.
Okay. Like, break it down for people. The
second time, you know, I got shot twice.
Okay.
But like, you know, like growing, I had like multiple attempts on my life growing up, because like I come from a family of, you know, I come from one of them families. Yeah. Like my brother got 30 years in prison. My cousin got 28 years in prison. My other cousin got 14 years in prison. My brother been down 17 years. My cousin been down 18 years. Those are the ones that you show love to on your Instagram. Yeah, those are the ones that you see on my page. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, they charges. My brother got 4 murders, damn near 20 robberies, assaults. My cousin got a murder. You know what I'm saying? So it's like my other homeboy, he had an assault. He had a murder, and then he got dropped down. He beat the murder, but he got jammed up on the assault, and then they gave him 14 years. So it's like, that's what I kind of come from. You know what I'm saying? I come from that. You know what I'm saying? I come from, you know, that's how we was living. So at the end of the day, you know, like how they say, you live by the gun, you die by the gun. Yeah. And karma ain't fake.
Karma's a bitch.
Karma's a bitch. She ain't no hoe. Karma is a bitch. She ain't no hoe. So I felt like I had my share of karma growing up in my past. And what happened was I ended up. It was really God. Yeah. All glory to God, first of all.
Hallelujah.
That was God, the one who saved me, God the one who transitioned me, God the one who delivered me and opened up different doors for me to walk in. Right.
Talk about a little bit of that transition, like from your old life to, you know, like I'm leaving that alone to your new life.
I kept getting spared. Yeah. I kept getting saved. Right. Like when I tell you, it was one time I was in a car with one of my homeboys, and we was about to go do a video shoot, and somebody rolled up behind the car we was sitting in and shot the whole car. Lord. Probably about 15 or 20 shots, and me and him ain't get hit not one time.
He blessed and highly favored.
You understand what I'm saying? Another time I was leaving the club one night, and somebody was following me from the club. They shot my whole car. I ain't get hit not one time. Yeah. I got shot 15 times before inside of a living room. This big. Yeah. And you know, and I'm not gonna tell you, like, I'm not speaking on like the retaliation or anything I did. I'm just telling you what happened to me.
Yeah, what happened to you? Y'all following? Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So 15 times in the living room, shot, left in that living room for dead. Mm-hmm. If you look on my Instagram, on my pinned post, my hospital records on there.
Yeah.
Everywhere when I tell people I got shot in the face, mm-hmm. I got shot in the head, mm-hmm. I got shot in my 12 times my lower extremities and my back twice. Yeah. When I tell people that I got shot so many times in the place I got shot, they don't believe it. Mm-hmm. But hospital records don't lie.
Yeah, they don't.
You know what I'm saying? The hospital records don't lie. They're gonna tell you.
Mm-hmm. They probably don't believe it because it's like you don't really hear about people getting shot that many times
in those places, and still being able to function and move and live how I'm living. Then bomb, I got shot. I was on the expressway. Mm-hmm. Me and two of my homeboys in the car. That car got dropped. One of my homeboys was in the front seat. He got shot 2 times in the back. I got shot in the knee and in the foot that time. And my homeboy that was driving, he didn't get hit at all.
Yeah.
And what was crazy was I was supposed to be in the front seat. This was after I got shot 15 times.
Ooh,
my homeboy that was in the front seat, mm-hmm. he was trying to let me get in the front seat that time. I didn't want to ride in the front seat. I'm like, nah, bro. You get in the front seat, I'm going to just lay down on the back seat because I was tired. Mm-hmm. And if I would have sat in that front seat, I would have died.
Yeah.
You feel me?
That's just when they say God got a calling for your life, like he really got a calling for your life.
But then wait, I ain't done. Ooh. That's just from shootings. Mm-hmm. Now, jail or prison. Mm-hmm. I had a possession of a firearm, convicted felon, mm-hmm. an armed robbery charge, and an assault charge. The victim called the police on me, right? Told the police it was me. Mm-hmm. The police caught me. Mm-hmm. He gave the police told the police everything on the site what happened. Woo. When they found me, they caught me. They found the gun in the vending machine. Mm-hmm. They charged me with the gun, and they found me. I go to jail. 2 weeks later, I went to my first court hearing. Whew. The same victim showed up to court on me.
Oh no!
And told them a totally different story.
So I
ended up beating the charges.
Oh, okay.
If his story would have been the same, because he was lying, right? Because he was lying because he was trying to make it like I robbed him or something like that, and that wasn't the case.
Yeah.
It was street shit.
Okay.
And he turned street shit to police shit.
Oh yeah.
And tried to flip the story.
Okay.
Make a long story short, I beat the charges.
Well, thank God he beat the charges, y'all.
But if I didn't, they was gonna probably give me 15 or 20. Another time I had a shooting with the intent to kill in North Carolina. Mm. These dudes be playing these. Yeah. They play these street games, mm-hmm. and then go to the police. Something happened where, it was a drug deal gone bad. Mm-hmm. The victim ended up getting shot 7 times. He called the police. I ended up getting caught on the expressway, mm-hmm. trying to shoot back towards Georgia from North Carolina.
Yeah.
Pulled over, jumped out the car, whatever. I get locked up. The dude gave the police one name, mm-hmm. on the scene.
Yeah. They didn't match with yours?
No, he gave his name.
Right.
He told him his name was Jason Parker, and he was shot by, Khaotic. Mm-hmm. They catch me, they take me to jail. When I get to jail, they give me all my paperwork.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, and they're showing in the police report like, okay, yeah, I shot Jason Parker. Mm-hmm. Whole time, they take him to the hospital to do his blood and, patch him up. Mm-hmm. The police found out at the hospital that his real name is Raymond Tootle.
Oh man! So they was
he had warrants.
Oh, so he got.
So after they patched him up,
he went to jail.
He came to the same jail. So I'm in the holding cell. I see him walking the holding cell. I'm like, what the hell? But look what happened. Look at God.
Yeah.
I was facing charges against a person that didn't exist. I ended up sitting for like 15 months though. 15 months.
Just for them to figure it out. Because you know how the system works.
You know how they do. They gonna hold the brother down. Mm-hmm. And at that time, I wasn't fortunate as I am right now. So I didn't really have money for powerhouse lawyers and all of that shit. So I had to ride it out. After 15 months, guess what? I walked out of that scot-free.
Period.
You feel me? I've been to prison twice. I've been in and out of jail since a juvenile. So it was like, it was that situation though right there. Mm-hmm. After that situation, and I got freed from that situation, I got out in North Carolina and they sent me back to Miami. I went back to Miami and I say, man, you know what? I gotta take I gotta take this shit, you know what I'm saying, serious. I can't keep taking life for granted. I can't keep taking like these blessings that God keep giving me for granted.
I want to know about that, because it's like you're telling me like all of the backstory of like how you got to where you today, and just like you still remembering like God keep blessing me, keep sparing me.
Yeah, God spared me.
What point in like in everything did you like, okay, I'm about to get into this music? Because I know you've been doing music for a while.
It was then when I came home. I had some homeboys in Miami. You know, they was doing real good. They had their money right. You know, scamming and all that good stuff. So I come home, they like put me on, because I always been solid throughout everything I've been through. I never told on nobody.
Right.
I never, I always been certified. I ain't never been no punk. I ain't never been no peon.
So they already know. Like,
I'm gonna stand my ground. Right. Yeah, I ain't gonna let nobody hold me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't holding nobody for no reason, and I ain't gonna let you hold me. Right. You ain't gonna try me, I ain't gonna try you.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't never been in no body paperwork. I done been in multiple situations where I could have been, but I never was. I never chose that route in life. Right. I always chose the real nigga route, and I'm gonna forever choose that route. Period. As I go on in life. So when I got home, the homies helped me out. They was like, man, you need to focus on the music and blase squaze. So I started taking the music serious. Okay. What was one of the first songs during that time that you put out? My first song that I really like put out. I did a whole mixtape first. It was called 15 Shots. Okay. And I just rapped on everybody else's beat, and it was basically about being shot. Everything I went through, being shot up in and out of prison, my brother and them, they situations, and that was my whole project. Just like straight, like letting people know, like, yeah, I'm back, I'm home. Fuck you. I'm active. Yeah, okay? I'm active. I'm here. I'm alive and I'm free, nigga. And it is what it is. What's up? And I did that project, and it started to create a nice buzz for me locally in Miami. Okay. So I started running around doing little shows in the hood, like whatever. Then I dropped another song. It was called These Hoes for Everybody. Okay. I know about that one. When I dropped that one. That's when my actual that's when I started getting paid for shows. I started getting booked. Okay. I started touring. I was on tour. This was when Rollo, Lucci, Schoolie. Okay. Rest in peace to Young Greatness. Rest in peace to Bankroll Fresh. Black Youngster. Who else? It was all us. We was on tour together with Bigger Rankings. Okay, we toured for 2 years straight. We toured the whole country together.
And Lucci is on that song with you as well.
And Lucci was on that song. Yeah. But Lucci wasn't originally on the song. He got on the song for the remix during tour. And we released it while we was on tour. Okay. So tell me about that experience on tour, just being with other artists that were, already established. Like, what kind of game did you learn from like Lucci and the other artists that you were on the tour with? You know what was crazy? You want to know something that was real crazy? What? I was intrigued by them, right? But they was more intrigued with me, like, cause I was the only person from Florida on the tour, and a lot of them had deals. Rollo didn't have a deal though. Me and Rollo was in the same boat. We was like pushing our own self. Everybody else had situations and labels behind them, and it was amazing because like the way they embraced me. Yeah. Like every last one. I got videos that are like timeless videos that I'm gonna keep forever of with Lucci and Rollo and Schoolie and Greatness, and they just and youngster, they embraced me. It was like love. It was like I ain't gonna lie. It was like we was like brothers, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because majority of all of them was out the A, and Atlanta artists. Yeah. Go. So I just was like, damn, I'm tapped in with the A. Right. I got tapped in with Atlanta. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was new to the industry, so it was like it was a big deal for me. You know what I'm saying? And then when I brought all of them to Miami. So when I'm bringing them to Miami, and I'm running around Miami with like the hot Atlanta artists, I'm like, yeah, what's up? Like, I'm turning up. I felt like I was putting on not for just my city, but for my state, for the whole Florida. And it was just like love, all of them. And free Rollo, free Lucci. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Long live Bankroll, long live Greatness. And, salute to everybody else that's still here, that's still grinding, that was on the tour with us. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was just amazing. It was an amazing experience. So I'm glad that you touched on that experience, because I want to know, like, at one point, or what type of relationships, because you said you good in Miami, they know you out there. How did you get the opportunity to be on Love and Hip Hop Miami? Like, what transition and, So what happened was, by default, when I had one of the hottest records out, I got locked up again. Okay. By default. Because honestly, I was still in the streets. Yeah. But I wasn't in the streets how I was before. Yeah. When I was in the streets before, it was more like violently. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? When I came home, that last time I came home, I wasn't violently in the streets like no more like that. I was more like, it was hustling.
Yeah, and you need the money, hustling, right?
So okay. So I ended up catching the charge. I had like caught a charge. I had like 5 pounds in a car one time. And I caught it in Florida. That weed ain't legal. So
come to Cali.
Yeah. So for the 5 pounds, by my criminal history already being so messed up, I had to do a year. I was on bond for a minute, and it came to the point where it was like I had to do a year with a drug program. So I was able to get out early from the drug program, and I spent like 7.5, 8 months in locked up. Right. And you know how I go, like. When I came home, other people done took off now. Yeah. Khaotic Black shots, had done came out. Ball Greasy had done came back on the scene. So it was like other people, you know how like other people had done like stole the wave. So it was like, damn, I came home. And then I lost a lot in that 7-8 months. Yeah. Because a lot of people that I really thought was
down for you wasn't there.
Yeah. So it was like unfortunate. So I had to come home and like vamp. I had to come home and restructure my whole life all over again.
Was that difficult?
I mean, it's something I'm used to. Okay. My whole life been up and down. Yeah. So the downs is still up to me because I know I'm gonna be right back up when I'm down.
A word for y'all. That's a word. Okay.
Yeah. So, I came home and what's crazy is I came home and I started. Cause my money wasn't up like that, so I came home and I started. Cause I ain't gonna lie, when I had a lot of money at that time, I was blowing my money like. Yeah. I wasn't even really like
investing in like.
Yeah, I wasn't investing. And stuff like I wasn't investing in nothing because everything was happening organically. Like I didn't have to go get extra promotion or extra this and that because my shit was just going on its own, and I didn't think into like, damn, I need to put money into this, put money in that. I was just living like you got to remember I'm fresh home from being locked up so it's just like I'm just like ecstatic like woo and I used to drink then. Okay. So I used to drink and smoke and shit. So I used to be high and drunk and just like living. Fuck, you know how I go. Yeah. I was a rock star at that time. So I came home. I started shooting content on Instagram. Okay. Because I was like, damn, my money low. I gotta run my bag back up. I was still able to make some money because I had bookings that was.
Then that helped from posting on Instagram and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I had bookings lined up, so I was still making a little money. It wasn't what I had before I went in. Okay. Bomb. So then, I started making content every day, getting on Instagram, talking shit. Yeah. Making videos. Whatever, being comical, I use my personality to bounce back. So
somebody seen the video and they reached out to you from there?
Like bomb. Loving Hip Hop seen what I was doing with my personality. I didn't even know these people was watching me.
You never know who's watching y'all.
Hey, listen, you never know who. One thing I'm gonna tell y'all, this is the realest shit I can ever say. You never know who's watching. Even when you think they ain't watching, they watching. So you can't. When you doing these things, don't do these things with the mindset of looking for something to come out of it. Just do it because you love it. Don't look for something to come out of it. Period. If you do it because you love it, something's going to come out of it. But if you do it because you're looking for something to come out of it, when something don't come out of it, you give up. Right. You ain't got no patience no more because you like, damn, it ain't happening fast enough. Why? But when you do it because you just love entertaining or you love music or you love whatever it is you do, if you're doing it for the love, something's gonna come out of it because you're gonna be persistent, you're gonna be consistent, you're gonna be focused, you're gonna be creative because you're doing it from your heart and your grind. It's like, this is what I love to do, opposed to I'm doing this because I want somebody to come and get me.
Period.
So
I love that.
I had to insert that real quick, but
yeah, it's a word.
Yeah, but so basically, I didn't know that they was watching. Bomb, they hit me up. The lady from the radio station hit me up. I'm like, Felicia. She like Felicia Monet. She like.
Shout out to Felicia Monet.
Shout out to Felicia Monet. She like, Khaotic, I want to sit down with you and talk to you. You ever thought about loving hip hop? I'm like, loving hip hop? I'm like, I ain't got no girlfriend. What I'm gonna do on loving hip hop? She like, well, I want to have a meeting with you. I'm like, nigga, what you doing with loving hip hop? Ain't you work for the radio? She like, nah, I'm working with Love and Hip Hop now. Okay. I thought it was a joke. I pull up on at the restaurant, we eating. She like, yeah, Love and Hip Hop want to interview you. I'm like, are you serious? She's like, yeah. So fast forward. I said, okay, set it up. She set up the interview. I did 3 interviews. I did one interview where one interview with one person. I think her name was Lisa. And then I did another interview after that with another person.
Okay. The interview process, it was long.
Yeah. His name was Jason. And the interview was just basically me in front of a screen and just asking me questions and I'm just answering them like naturally myself.
Okay.
And then I did the final interview with Mona Scott, Stephanie
the big
Gill.
boss. Yeah.
It was like 20 people at a round table. And I had to walk in there. And I'm like, what? Like, but I didn't know that every interview I made it to the next interview. So after that first interview, I did well. They wanted the next person to interview me. After that, I did well. And then, but I'm not knowing.
Yeah.
Now
did you feel confident though? Like you felt like this is
the thing
gonna work out?
The thing about me, I'm just naturally myself.
Right.
So I feel like if it's got anything to do with my personality or my talent, I'm gonna definitely show up and show out. I don't doubt myself at all.
Period.
Because that's a gift I was born with. It ain't like something that I adopted on the way. Like it ain't like something like I turned 30 and I was like, you know what, I want to start trying to be funny. No, it was something like I was born hilarious since a child. I was born with a musical gift since a child.
You either got it or you don't.
Yeah, I was born this way. I can't make this personality up.
Right.
I can't make this. I was born to be who I am. That's why they call me Khaotic.
Right.
I didn't give myself that name. The homies gave me that name because they say I'm crazy as hell. So then, I made the big meeting with Mona Scott them. I remember that like yesterday. I said, when I got there, they said, oh, you know, this meeting is the final meeting. I'm like, what do you mean? They like, you know, if you do good in here, you're gonna actually be on the show. I'm like, what? They like, yeah, they like the first 2 times you did so good that Mona them wanted to actually meet you. I say, Mona them in there? They like, yeah. I say, oh shit. I said, can I go get a drink? They like, yeah, go get a drink. I went downstairs to the lobby of the hotel. I got a double shot of Hennessy with a splash of Sprite.
Okay.
And I walked in there sipping a drink. I'm tipsy. I walk in there. I say, man, I was just finna go in here like just be myself. Cause the lady say, be yourself. I said, okay. I walked in there sipping a Henny. I go in there, I sat down, set my cup down. I'm like, what's up, y'all doing? What's good? They're like, hey.
So they was vibing with you from Rip.
Well, I can't remember the lady name, but it was one of the white ladies. She asked me, what, you got some coffee there? I say, no, I got a double shot of Henny with a splash of Sprite. I'm trying to get right. When I said that line, I said, I got a double shot of Henny with a splash of Sprite. I'm trying to get right. Everybody bust out laughing. And that was like the introduction that broke the ice. So after they all laughed, everything was smooth sailing. So when it was over, it actually went past the amount of time that it supposed to go. Because we was vibing so good. So then they was like, okay, well, we love you and we excited about you coming on the show. And they was like, we'll have somebody to reach out to you. And I was like, okay, thank y'all. So when I walked out that room, I knew, I said, they gonna call me to be on the show.
And the rest was history.
2 weeks later, I get the call, hey, Khaotic, we want to move forward with you. I said, I already know. God told me.
God did. Now, I want to talk about from, you know, I watched the show and I just have seen the growth in you from the beginning season to the most recent reunion. So I want to I have a couple questions about your experience on the show. I want to know what you learned from Trick and Trina, because they're industry vets, Miami legends. What did you learn from them about navigating the music industry?
What I learned from them is I learned how to more embrace artists. Okay. You feel me? I learned how to more embrace people. I learned that when somebody looks up to you, you understand what I'm saying? As an artist, as an influencer, as anything, it's very important to embrace that person, especially if they made their way all the way in your presence. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Trick, my big dog, I love him to death. Trina, my big dog, I love her to death. But I never felt embraced from them the way that I should have felt. You understand what I'm saying? I never felt like, damn, like they proud of me, or damn, they really acknowledge me as a stamp in this industry. You understand what I'm saying? And not feeling that and not feeling that from them made me realize, like, damn, have I ever made an artist that was coming up that loved at me or looked up to me feel this way? And it always made me say, I'd never make somebody make me feel like how some of my favorite artists in the game done made me feel. Because some of my favorite artists that I done met personally didn't make me feel the best.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Didn't make me feel like, and it's like, man, I love you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And then there's some of them that did. And some of them that did. Like, I can tell you right now, Flo Rida, I love him. Flo Rida is a real one. You know what I'm saying? Neo, I love him. Neo is a real one. Lil Duval, I love him. Lil Duval is a real one. And I could go on and on, but them just a few to name that I want to name and say, like, you know what I'm saying? Brian Michael Cox, a real one. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of these people, they real ones because, like, when they see you and they know you doing your thing, it's not like I'm not somebody. Like, I'm working, like, and I'm working on my own. Like, I don't got a whole machine behind me. I don't have a label behind me. I'm not signed to Atlantic or Warner or no independent label. I'm solo. This is Khaotic. Bula Music Group is my company. This is me. I'm the CEO of my own company, and I'm putting in this work myself to put myself in position in life. So it's like, I feel like at the end of the day, when you got people that's in the game, that know the game, that been through the ups and downs and the highs and lows in the game, I just feel like at the end of the day, it should be more love. Like Kodak Black, I love Kodak. Like a lot of, even some of the new artists, like a lot of the newer artists from the older artists, even Lucci, them, all them boys. There's a lot of people who I can name that really embrace me and really show love. Yeah. But when you speaking on them two, Trick and Trina, I got the utmost respect for them because they definitely pioneers and legends from my city. Right. But if you ask me how I would feel like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I really, like, I feel like I should have had a song with Trina. You know what I'm saying? I feel like me and Trick should have did a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? But Trick's still my big dog. But Miami is a tough love city.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about, like, just that, because I see what you learned a lesson in that, and just, you know, treat people how you want to be treated, basically, is what you're getting at. But why do you feel like it's not enough support for just Miami artists or Florida artists?
I like to tell a person when they speak on Miami, I like to do this, right? And I like to ask people outside of Florida, people that's not from Florida, people that's not from Miami, or not from nowhere surrounding Miami. I like to tell them, name me 10 Miami artists.
Miami artists?
Name me 10 Miami-Dade County artists right now.
Okay, Trick and Trina. Well, now is you say you're from Overhill?
I'm from Overtown.
Overtown. Is that in Dade County?
That's in Dade County.
Because I know they got Broward and all the other stuff. Okay.
Name me 10 Miami artists.
Miami. The City Girls?
Okay, that's one. That's a group.
The City Girls, Trick and Trina, that's 3. That's you, 3. 4.
Me, 4.
Is Ball Greasy from
5.
Ball Greasy. Kodak is not. He's from Broward County. He's from Broward. Okay. From Miami. I'm drawing the blank. I got 5.
See what I'm saying? So it's like that shows a lot. Miami been around for hundreds and thousands of years, and you only can name 5 people from there. So it's like that right there shows, like, and how many gatekeepers we got. We got a lot of gatekeepers. We got a lot of, you know what I'm saying? We got Ross, we got Trick them, we got
Rick Ross is from Miami.
What we said, we got Khaled, right? We got Khaled them. So it's in a lot of people come and live in Miami. Diddy them live in Miami. Yeah. So many people. Why doesn't Miami music scene get
the credit?
The credit and the light shined on it like it's supposed to. Everybody loves our city. Everybody comes to our city. Right. Everybody comes to our city and party and live and have fun and fuck the bitches and turn up in the clubs. But why they not signing the artists?
So what do you think? What do you think needs to be the change in the industry? Because I know, like,
I can't even say what the change need to be in the industry. All I can say is what the change need to be in the individuals. Okay. The individuals need to just, you know, step outside of the box. You know what I'm saying? Just don't be scared to step outside your box. Don't be scared to reinvent yourself. Right. You know what I'm saying? And just know that even though these people ain't embracing us or giving us the opportunity that we expect them to in our city. Right. You know what I'm saying? in the words of DJ Khaled, God did.
That don't mean don't do it just because you don't have.
You know what I'm saying? So like
support,
just
yeah.
As long as God supports.